Hi guys, and welcome back to Leslie Through the Looking Glass. For those of you that are new here, hi, my name is Leslie. I'm so happy to have you. For my returning viewers, as always, thank you so much for coming back to support my channel. All right, guys, today is Mental Health Monday. Before we dive into that, I just want to remind everybody today is the last day to enter my giveaway. If you haven't seen the giveaway video with all the instructions, I will post that video in the description down below. But the main things are that you need to be publicly subscribed. I cannot stress this enough. There are several of you that have commented but are not publicly subscribed. So if you want to be entered in the giveaway, please make sure you're publicly subscribed. You can Google it and it will tell you the steps to make sure. If you are unsure if you are qualified, you can message me on Instagram or put a comment down below and I will touch base with you. You must be subscribed publicly. You must go comment on that video and like the video and follow the steps there. It is for Mickey Loot A ticket box, you guys. You can win a free Disney subscription box from Mickey Loot, who is hands down my favorite company that I've gotten boxes from. So please, please, please go watch that video. If you haven't already, make sure you hit subscribe down below and hit the bell notification for alerts when I post new videos, and that winner will be announced on Saturday. So today is your last day. I will leave comments open until midnight tonight Central Time, and then the winner will be announced on Saturday. So good luck, you guys, and make sure you go enter that. All right, now that that's out of the way, we're going to get into our Mental Health Monday video. I'm going to be talking about something that I've discussed before. I don't know how in depth I really talked about it, but it is just what's going on currently in my own life, so I just want to share it with you. So I mentioned last week that I had a rough weekend with my anxiety, and this week I was going to try to talk a little bit about associating guilt with my anxiety. So I often think that it is overlooked how much like physical manifestations of anxiety there are, and like how much it can actually like impact your physical health and like your person. Like today I am just so exhausted. I slept well. I don't think I woke up but once that I remember, at least. I was in bed at a good time and I just feel exhausted. And a lot of times when my anxiety is flaring, that is how I feel. Like I can't get enough sleep. I tried to take a nap and couldn't fall asleep even though I felt exhausted, just that kind of feeling. But the reason I think I've felt like that the last, several days to week is often, my anxiety will cause a myriad of issues in my life, more than just anxiety, because it is difficult for people who don't have anxiety to relate. It is very stressful in relationships. I harbor a lot of guilt that I think I make my family life a lot more difficult for everybody else. And then I carry that guilt and it keeps like the cycle of anxiety going. So that's kind of the part I want to focus on. So examples of how I feel guilty. I feel guilty and terrified that I'm going to like teach my daughter to be anxious. I'm afraid she's going to pick up on my cues and she's going to feel that way. Or that I'm going to try to protect her too much because I'm concerned of stuff that she's going to be, too scared to do things in life. Now, are these logical thoughts? No. Anxiety is not taught for the most part. It is unfortunately just something that is there. My daughter is fearless. She is very independent. She loves to try things. So there's no logical reason that I can think of that is impacting her. But I feel like a huge sense of guilt that I could affect her life negatively. I harbor a huge sense of guilt that I cause more issues between my husband and I than most married couples would probably have. And then I carry that guilt with me all the time, and I'm always thinking I did something wrong, or that, I feel guilty just about making life difficult. And then I hold on to that, and it's hard for me to let it go. When I do things for my own, like me time and self care, there's a sense of guilt that comes along with that, because my husband doesn't get as much time like that as I request, or I'm taking time away from Amelia and she maybe notices that I'm gone or is sad, and I feel guilty about like leaving my responsibility behind for that little bit of time or whatever. I feel guilt about a lot of different things. And it's just this awful cycle of feeling guilty and anxious and anxious and guilty. One causes the other. It's a very hard cycle sometimes to get myself out of. And it's one of those things that one of my big tools and coping mechanisms is trying to give myself facts. I try to work in facts and not the thoughts in my head, because thoughts are not facts. And that's a really hard thing to remember. But for me, it's hard to put into factual terms my guilt in a way that it helps relieve it. Because while there's no fact that I'm passing this along to my daughter, I cannot find a fact that supports it not affecting her. I know it affects my relationship, so I can't put into facts that I shouldn't feel guilty about that. So that's one of the hardest parts of this for me. And one of the things that me and my therapist are really working on, trying to come up with a tool to help me stop that thought. And that's been very difficult. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels that way. And I give a shout out to anybody watching this video that might be watching that doesn't suffer from anxiety or these kind of mental health issues, but has a loved one that does, because shout out to you. I can't imagine how hard that has to be. And knowing the right things and the wrong things to do and how to support your loved one who is facing these challenges is so hard. I can't even imagine it, because I know how hard it is to explain this to somebody else from my point of view. So how can we easily expect our loved one to know how to support us when we can't really even sometimes figure out why we're in this cycle? So I just want, more so in this video, is I don't really have anything super helpful to say to anybody going through this, but just know you're not alone. Guilt is a real thing, and I've noticed that lately has been the thing that carries through the most. My anxiety, I'm usually able to curb, as best I can to a functioning level, but the guilt is something I haven't figured out how to just quite separate from at this point. So, is this something that you suffer with? Do you have a guilty conscience about something as somebody who goes through these cycles and ups and downs? And that's the other part of it too, guys, is, it's okay to have some rough spots in between the good spots. And I don't want anybody to think that by doing these videos, like, I have all of this figured out. Like, I struggle every single week, at least a day or two, if not more. But the thing to remember for myself, and to just remind somebody else who might be going through this, is there are highs and lows. It is a healing process. It is a lot of work. You're not always going to be able to do it every single day, especially in the beginning. Hopefully the goal is to spread those rough spots further and further apart. Excuse me, I'm gonna grab a quick drink. But yeah, and I will say, I think for the most part, I have succeeded in like spreading apart those negative moments, but they are still there and they do still happen. And when they do, it's like an extra hard hit, because I get frustrated, because I feel like some days I have it so well handled, and then other days I'm just drowning and trying to keep my head above water. So guys, just know you're not alone. I'm here with you, struggling the struggle. Um, I appreciate you guys coming and watching and sharing in these moments with me. I try to stay positive, and some days it's just a little extra of a challenge, you know. But that being said, I did also just want to touch base on something I'm going to be adding to my Mental Health Monday videos going forward, and I'm going to start it today. I decided I'm going to start adding at the end of our Monday videos just a channel spotlight of another YouTube channel that I love for whatever specific reason, and just share a little bit about them with you. I have quite a few already lined up. I'm also going to be reaching out to most of the people before I spotlight them to just ask if there's anything they'd like me to share specifically about their channel. So going forward, that's going to be a goal of mine. And, they're going to be all over the board. It's not just going to be, Disney or mental health topics or whatever. It's just going to be whoever I like to watch and why I like to watch them, as just a way to share, some of this with you guys if you might not already know them or follow them. However, I'm sure most of them you will follow if you follow me, because they were my inspiration to get started. So the first channel I'm going to spotlight, I have mentioned him in many videos before. He is one of my dearest friends I have met on this YouTube journey, and he is the one who got me over the hump of being undecided if I should do this. My dear friend Brian over at the BryRock75. If you guys do not follow him, please go check out his channel. He is just a positive light in this world for me. His attitude is always just so cheerful in his videos, and he has just turned into such a good friend of mine. So please, he is who I am spotlighting for my first week because of so many reasons, but like I said, he is the one who I reached out to and who answered my questions along the way and just kind of gave me that boost of confidence I needed to find my niche and start this YouTube channel. So thank you so much, Brian. I appreciate your friendship more than you know, and I hope you guys go check out his channel because like I said, he is just super fun. He does Disney content, unboxings, and I know he has some more things up his sleeve going forward. So you guys, just know we're all in this together. Do your best to stay positive and know that even if you're having a rough day, it too shall pass. And I will see you guys Saturday with I actually won a giveaway. So I'm going to open the giveaway that I won from a different YouTube channel, as well as announcing my giveaway winner. So super fun. Disney content for you Saturday and giveaway for whoever has entered. All right, guys, I hope you have a great week. And until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye, guys.